Go ahead.
Kim Kreitzler, Cam Vets Media at Army football practice. Black Knights getting set to play Tulsa. Have a chance to talk to senior offensive tackle Connor Finucane. Connor, good to see you. How is it for you just to be out here a fifth year with your teammates and having a good start to the season?
Absolutely the best opportunity in the world, just to rejoin the brotherhood and keep playing football for the academy.
Connor, maybe take us through a little bit. Last season, you finished the Army-Navy game with a great win, and you probably thought that was going to be your last game. Take us through a little bit of your off season. What Coach Munkin said, you worked tremendously hard on preparing for Army commissioning, and just take us through a little bit of that.
Yeah, so after the Army-Navy game, I did some work and figured out that like doing some commissioning like paperwork and stuff, that I would need a waiver for some medical stuff that happened in the season. And so that's when we had to take that medical leave from January to May. So I was just not at the academy, not with the team for then, thinking the football career is over. And then so I come back, knew I was going to do the spring semester or the fall semester in 2024, which I'm in right now, just to graduate and get out of here. And so this summer I did Beast and Air Assault. And then just kind of the opportunity presented itself for a bunch of graduation requirements got completed. And there was no reason really not for me to play football. And so very thankful that the powers that be, the superintendent, the commandant, and Coach Munkin and Mr. Mike Buddy have allowed me just to come back and play, because it's just a great opportunity to come back.
Oh, that's great. Now, Coach Munkin said you did a lot of work preparing for Army duty and for Army physical fitness tests. And you dropped a lot of weight. What weight did you get down to?
Yeah, I was about 245 in beginning of August, because I did the cadet basic training detail as a platoon leader for pretty much the month of June. And then from late July to the beginning of August, I was in air assault school. And then I had to pass the indoor obstacle course test here, the IOCT, and that kind of requires you to be a little bit smaller.
Well, I had a chance to talk to Alejandro Villanueva, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he talked about coming back from Army duty overseas and then having to build up again to go from Army shape to football shape at the NFL level. How has it been for you to get back into football shape?
Really not that bad. I got into camp. The biggest hurdle was just putting the weight back on. So I had to go from what's today, October 2nd. So from like August 1st to October 2nd, that's just 2 big months, like 60 days of just weight gain and getting back in the weight room, because I wasn't really lifting in the summer. It was a lot of like Army PRT and kind of air assault type of workouts and just running. And so just really focused on putting the weight back. Our dietitians and nutrition staff and Coach Connor Hughes have done a great job. And now I'm back up pushing like 295, 300 right now.
Well, that's terrific how you got back in shape. How do you feel about your role on the team? The team's off to a great start. Offense is playing very well. You've been playing right tackle. I love that pulling play when you're out in front of Bryson out. He did that a couple of times against Temple and really got rid of a few defenders. How is it for you, just like your role this year on the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to come back and just kind of be that older guy flying the room, watching guys like Lucas Scott and Bryson and Cody and Kyle Lewis and Max lead the team right now. Obviously, it's interesting coming back from a team captain role and kind of getting re-inculcated into the team as just a senior player on the team, which is a great leadership development opportunity for me. And it's great to be able to support those guys because they're such great leaders in the room.
And you're set for graduation in December and commissioning?
That's correct.
And what part of the Army are you going to?
So I'm infantry branched.
That's great. Well, congratulations. Great to see you. We have some colleagues online.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Joe, on Zoom.
Hey, Connor, Joe Icono with GoBlackKnights.com. First question, kind of piggybacking off what you and Ken were just talking about. Regarding the summer, did you always have it in your mind as a goal to get back to the football team, to the brotherhood, and have an opportunity to start this year?
Not really at all. Definitely. That's why I got so small, is I didn't really think I was going to play at all. And so that's kind of why I got so little, to sum that up. And so I kind of just performed in those leadership or like duties and those details in the summer. and then just the opportunity presented itself, and just took that opportunity to come back.
And what does it feel like, now that you are back, you guys are 4-0, the offensive line's played really, really well. Army's the #1 rushing team in the nation, in no small part due to the effort of you and the rest of the mob. What's this season felt like for you?
To be honest, it's very similar to past seasons in a sense of like the processes and just kind of the operational aspect of it. Like practice is the same, meetings are the same. It's just I think this year as a collective program and team, we've just done a very good job preparing and executing. And I think out of the 5 years I've been here, it's just the most productive culture we've had. Probably the best senior leadership. Like those guys that I mentioned are doing an excellent job. And really just playing all three phases: offense, defense, special teams, and executing what Coach Monk has asked us to do. And it's just showed up in every game.
And you guys have some great position coaches and Coach Vitti and Coach Drinkle. How have they helped you develop and kind of get back to form this year?
Yeah, so obviously we switched up from 2 years ago, very, very option under center focus. And then last year, kind of kicked it back in the gun and did some different schemes, throwing the ball a little bit more, spreading it out. And now this year, we're kind of back in the middle between that. Not quite as under center we were 2 years ago, but not quite as spread out we were last year. And so Coach Drinkle and Coach Worley and Coach Vitti have just made that transition for me seamless, kind of playing in all three systems. And so it just helped me out. They make it very simple